Have a ride and want to make some coin? You're parked in the right spot. This is the Carbingo Show with Frank Rios, Matthew Barroso, and Ramon Robles. Driven by Carbingo.com, where you get a real offer on your car and earn top dollar. Call Carbingo at 87-CAR-BINGO. Now, here to get you the most for your car, the Bingo Bros, Frank, Matthew, and Ramon.
And welcome back to the show, but I'm not Ramon Robles. I'm Matthew, and this is Frank.
Mm-hmm.
And Jennifer's here too, but
and no Ryan.
And no Ryan again.
It's like we're shrinking.
We're shrinking.
Every episode, there's less people.
Who will
One
be
of those
the
weird
final,
Twilight Zone episodes.
Who will be the final Carbingo show member?
Be automated.
Yeah, this will be AI.
We'll all be AI.
Yeah. This is maybe already AI. We don't know. We're not sure yet. But Ramon is not with us today. He's holding out now for a bigger contract.
Right, yeah. Apparently, the guy that said that he never missed, the last episode, and all of a sudden he's not here. So welcome back to the Carbingo Show, 950K PRC, and we're going to try to do it without Mr. Robles. I don't know if we're going to succeed or not, but we're going to try.
We're going to try our best. Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to try our best. So today we're going to go without Ramon. Maybe it'll be a little bit more funny. Maybe it will be less funny. We'll have to find out when.
More than likely less funny.
Less funny,
the guy is the pro, right?
That's true. Yeah. He's the guy. He's the man with the plan.
Exactly. Yep. And the cool mechanical pencils and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, anyway, another successful week for the Carbingo. If you guys want to sell us your car, we're here. We're buying cars all over the country. Fantastic opportunities to get rid of that car that we no longer need. Perhaps the payment's too high. Perhaps it's time to change it for something with a lower interest rate. Who knows? Maybe it was your first car and you don't like it anymore. Carbingo.com is the way to go when you're trying to sell that car. And we make it super simple. We make it super easy. All you got to do is go to Carbingo.com, put the information about your car on our website, and within seconds you're going to get a figure of how much we're going to give you for it. We're still buying a bunch of cars and you're still getting top dollar for those vehicles. So if you're thinking about trading it in or getting rid of that car, remember us at Carbingo.com. And by the way, this show is sponsored by Carbingo.
That's right. And if you want to call and talk to somebody,
if you want to talk to somebody, 872-272-4646 is the number to dial. So I try to prepare because Ramon's always got 9,432 pieces of paper in front of him and all prepared. So I didn't know what to do. So I did some kind of interesting facts and stuff that I want to talk about. I don't know, make it something interesting. Like the Eiffel Tower, for example, is one of the things that is 15 centimeters taller during the summer. Due to thermal expansion. So iron heats up and the particles of kinetic energy. And
you said how much?
15 centimeters, which is quite a bit. It's like 7 inches, almost 8 inches difference in height. Wow. So that's something that I kind of pulled up there. That's kind of cool. That's interesting. And now we're going to talk about food, guys. So anyway.
Change of pace here on the Carbingo Show.
All right, exactly.
We're going to discuss food.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, exactly. So have you heard from Ryan at all? Is he
no, I
North
haven't.
Carolina yet? Or?
I think he's in he's still traveling maybe. It takes a while to get up there.
Was he driving there?
Yeah, he was driving.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he said he was driving.
Yeah, that's cool. What's the longest trip you've ever taken before?
Longest drive was, I think, when we drove to North Dakota.
That's a long drive. From Houston?
Yeah, it was like 4. So
I
don't remember too much.
How about you, Jennifer?
My family drove from here to Colorado.
That's a long
drive
as well.
We
Do you guys like driving the drive?
I love
trip?
long drives.
I do too. I think
I like
drives
drives.
a lot more fun.
It depends on the scenery.
Family.
Depends where you're driving. There's certain areas that are like, okay,
yeah, like Colorado was great until we got snowed in.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, because we went in the winter.
Right.
For Christmas.
So the longest drive that I've ever done, I did it in a Ford Fairmont. This is an old car.
Oh, wow.
And I was young, and I drove from Tucson, Arizona, all the way to the Florida Keys, and then from the Florida Keys to New York City.
Oh,
where my brother stayed there. And that was a super long drive, but it was so much fun. My brother and I did a lot of fun. It was beautiful. Actually, it was just a lot of fun. And again,
that's half the trip is the drive.
Talking about music, and my brother corrected me on a bunch of stuff, and it was kind of cool. So, anyway.
Well, you probably remember those trips more than other trips.
Right,
trips
of course.
that you fly and stuff.
No, I know exactly.
You end up remembering those
It's almost
more.
like the trajectory there is more interesting than the actual
journey.
trip. The journey is more interesting than the actual, destination. So
Yeah,
I
agree.
That was kind of cool. What kind of car did you guys drive on the? Was it
I
like
remember
a big, comfortable
when we
car?
drove. It was old school. It was a GMC Safari.
Oh yeah.
Those old school
so
vans.
those are so comfortable. Though.
Yeah.
They're huge.
So it was me, my sister, both my sisters and my parents. So it was 5 of us. We were little kids, so it was like plenty
Chaos.
of room to play and run and jump and do whatever, jumping over the seats. And,
Right on.
And it was cool because I remember we were in that Safari and we were driving, and when we got in like North Dakota area,
Yeah.
we started seeing all the buffalo and stuff. That was, man, it was so cool. And when you're a kid, the buffalo looks as big as a car,
Yep.
and it basically kind of is even.
Yeah, they're
But
they're humongous.
They're huge. And I remember they were just walking in the street, walking past the car, and I was just like, what are these things? They're so big.
Now you're talking about that. It's really interesting because, the rodeo is right around the corner. And
yeah.
one of the things that impresses me all the time, because we talk about the people that are singing there and the venues and so on. But one of the most interesting things to me is to watch the actual bull
Oh,
rides.
yeah.
It's
I like that 10 times more than the concerts.
It's incredible. The
Oh, yeah.
size of these animals is just crazy to.
It's crazy that there's guys that go, I think I'm going to jump on top of that bull.
That's exactly right.
that
Yeah,
crazy bull. I'm going to
You're like, that looks fun.
insane. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
So speaking of the GMC Safari, the same thing as a Chevy. I think there was a Chevy Astro van.
Yeah.
And we had a friend of mine. This was back a long time ago. We used to go travel to tennis tournaments in his dad's Chevy Astro van, and we called it the Challenger. I don't know why, because with that time
Might as well.
Yeah, but it was just a cool van, and it was just really roomy, and I remember that.
Oh, yeah. We loved that van. I remember it was so nice. And then I remember we drove once from here to Miami, and we drove in a Ford Excursion.
Oh,
which
yeah.
was like a yacht of a car.
It's like the largest car ever made.
And I by myself was like, and this was me at my size now, big, full size, laying down in the back seat, just chilling from the Panhandle all the way down to Miami, sleeping.
Gives you like 4 gallons to the mile.
Yeah,
It's like
you
a
stop every 10
10-cylinder.
minutes to get
Oh,
gas.
Yeah, those things are
But it was
guzzlers.
a beast, man. It was
There's
huge.
now they're like kind of like a cult classic or
Yeah.
whatever, where people want those excursions because of the size.
We have somebody in our neighborhood that still has one, and they're like, it's raised with the big wheels and and all the stuff.
Yeah.
It looks like an off-road like death machine, like an apocalypse car.
No, that's awesome. Here's another fact, kind of cool fact that I found on the internet. It says that the ancient Romans used to drop a piece of toast, something I didn't know, used to drop a piece of toast in their wine for good health, and hence that's why they say to raise a toast to something. Because they dropped a piece of toast in their wine for good luck.
For
For good luck.
For good luck.
Yeah, the ancient Romans, I guess, used to do that. Pretty crazy, right?
That's weird.
Speaking of toast, French toast. No, I'm just kidding.
That's interesting, huh?
I was going to say, on the topic of the rodeo, have y'all ever been on a mechanical bull?
No,
I've
I've never
never,
ridden.
no.
They're so much fun.
Are they really?
Yeah, I've been on them a few times.
I think they're too big.
The
I don't think
mechanical
anybody wants to
bulls?
see that.
I don't think I've ever actually even seen one. I mean, I've seen them in movies.
Yeah,
and
they
like-
had it here at the rodeo a few years ago. They might still have it. It's mixed in with the carnival rides.
So
Maybe
they can make it as hard as you want,
Yeah.
probably, right?
Right.
It
Yeah.
can get pretty challenging. Wow.
And there's like all this padding and everything and all that, and they tell you how to like to do it safely and all that. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it is.
Okay, we'll talk more about it on the break. We'll be back on 950 KPRC. And we are back on the Carbingo Show. My name is Matthew. I'm here with Frank and Jennifer. No Ramon Robles here today, but he did send an email from
He
an
sent us good luck. He's like, good luck, you suckers.
Yeah. Good luck and God bless was the title. And then the first line, I can't really read. It's not appropriate. And he sent us some information from an undisclosed location along with his demands. But I will
A list of demands.
I will read out a couple of things that he did send here that are kind of cool, albeit kind of depressing. Apparently, it's Blue Monday coming up. And
Okay.
that's the most depressing day of the year, apparently.
Really?
Does
yeah.
it have something to do with like New Year's resolutions or something?
Let's see. I don't know. Let's read it here.
We'll find out.
It says, it's Blue Monday, the most depressing day of the year. It's been a thing since 2005, apparently. A travel company came up with this for an ad for a campaign, and they based it on a weird formula that factors in things like weather, post-holiday stress, and the fact that it's just a Monday in general. Here's the full story. If you're having a good day and you're totally out of touch because that day is Blue Monday, the most depressing day of the year. It's always the third Monday in January, and it's been a thing ever since the travel company in the UK came up with it in 2005. It factors in bad weather, post-December stress, holiday debt that you've accrued, and the New Year's resolution that you're already failing at.
God, so
and
positive.
The fact that it's a Monday. Yeah, you know what? We like to give you some positivity on a Saturday.
Blue Monday. I don't think.
Am I the only one that likes Monday?
I don't.
Am I the only one that likes Mondays?
I'm not opposed to a Monday. I mean, I guess.
Do you like work?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Don't
always
answer
working.
that because they're listening.
Yeah. I love Mondays.
I mean, I'm always working though, either here or at home.
Yeah, I am too.
Apparently, a researcher also came up with the happiest day of the year, and it's usually mid to late June. I guess because the sun's summertime.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Interesting.
I don't think
Blue Monday.
I don't think I think it's all about a mentality, right?
Of course,
the mindset. If you don't have,
Yeah, you psych yourself out.
I mean,
Yes,
just
yourself out. Positive
Yeah.
mindset makes the day go by faster. But I've never even heard it. Have you guys heard of Blue Monday before?
I've never heard that
Did I?
term.
I've never
me
heard
neither,
it.
ever. I've heard of Blue Moon, pretty good beer.
Yeah,
but
Blue Moon's
Moon,
pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Good song. Yeah, that's I've never heard of that one. That's I don't really have a lot of holiday debt after. Like I don't go too crazy in the holidays, so
Yeah.
I try to be relatively frugal.
Right.
Sorry, family.
No, I am too. Are you guys like New Year resolution type of guys?
Yes.
I usually have like a goal or something, but
Yeah.
I mean, resolution and a goal is the same thing. But like, I don't really put like just do what you do, just because it's a new year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
You
know.
said yes pretty quick there, Jennifer.
Yes.
What do you do? What was your resolution this year?
I have a bunch of spring cleaning the house. I'm like selling at conventions and stuff this year, so I'm going to start traveling more.
Nice.
I'm going to try to learn a second language.
Oh, that's cool.
And, yeah,
What
the
language-
typical
what
getting
language
exercise.
are
Did
you
you
trying to
already
learn?
try
Japanese.
Japanese. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
Do you already know any Japanese?
Very little. I'm not going to say any on air.
Konnichiwa. Yes.
I can
Stuff that
barely read it, but
I can read it. Very good.
it's very difficult.
I'm sure. Yeah. That doesn't look.
Does that help you in your
easy at all.
endeavors?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, yes.
She's our resident anime queen here. She can draw pretty much anything in anime form.
No, I've seen her drawings. They're pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Jennifer
Thank you.
does some
Now she can draw.
crazy cool
She can
drawings.
draw in the rain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
The handy
Ramon
dandy
hooked us
notebook.
up with some handy dandy notebooks that draw in the
Weatherproof
rain. So
paper too.
Yeah.
Paper and the pencil. So that's pretty.
you should use that as a
pretty
party
awesome.
trick. Just be like, watch this magic pen I have.
Yeah.
This magic pencil, and just pour water all over
Yeah,
it.
guys,
and
watch me draw underwater.
That would be cool. I wonder if you could submerge it and still draw. I wonder if it's
I
waterproof.
don't know.
or-
Probably.
I might do that and get back with you guys next week.
Ah.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
a
good
cool
topic
trick.
of conversation.
Just go underwater and then do that. That'll be a killer TikTok video right
Yeah.
there.
One of the things you got to watch when you're selling a car, by the way, is the water, because there's a lot of
water
marks when
damage.
people clean them. Yeah, like if they're flooded, people clean them really well, and it's really hard to tell. But there's some telltale signs. Like if you look under the dash, there's usually like a really fine line that's really hard to find when you're looking for flooded vehicles. Also, like in the spare tire. This is something buyer beware when you guys are out there looking at cars to make sure they're not flooded. If you look where the spare tire is at, underneath it is usually someplace that is usually missed, and there's usually the water that accumulates there. So if you want to sell a car, if you're not curious about a car value or whatnot, just put it in Carbingo, and even if it was flooded, put down flooded, so that you can see what kind of value you're going to get on that vehicle. Carbingo.com.
How fast do they get it though?
Faster than you can microwave a corn dog, I do believe. It's been said.
We need to do a
Legend has it.
Yeah,
Legend has it,
legend
exactly.
says. Yeah, we need to do an actual real life test and click submit and press start on a microwave and see which one comes
Yeah, I
faster.
like that.
We're gonna have to do that one of these days because we have a
would-
microwave in the break room, so we're gonna try it one of these
We would
days.
have to bring about 15 corn dogs, but yeah, absolutely.
We'll have tester hot. Everybody's getting corn dogs that
Yeah,
day.
I'll bring
yeah.
mustard.
Yeah, I'll bring my air fryer so we can have good ones. Those will be
That'll take longer than getting right.
Yeah, that's
the air
longer than a
fryer.
microwave.
that's for us, and then everybody else can have the microwave ones.
I got you.
Yeah.
We'll have the high-end corn dogs.
Okay, so here's another one that Ramon sent in. The dirtiest thing in your kitchen. What do you think it is?
The towel.
Well,
The dish towel.
The
thing that you're not going to use.
the
to clean up.
refrigerator door.
Okay. According to this, it's your spice jars.
Oh.
Really?
That's what it says. A study found that there's a spot in your kitchen that gets covered in the most bacteria while you're cooking, and it's the spice jars and the salt and pepper shakers.
Huh.
I guess because you're handling raw meat, and then you grab maybe
Yeah.
the pepper and stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
According to this, it says if you caught someone cleaning these, you'd call them a germaphobe, but have you ever actually cleaned them? So if you think about this, the study that was published in a Journal of Food Protection found that the spot in your kitchen that gets the germiest while you cook is your spice jars, like your salt and pepper shakers. Researchers said that 370 people prepared the same meal, and that it was a turkey patty and a salad. And it says that once they were done, the team swabbed all the surfaces, and the dirtiest place, taking 48% of the time, was the salt and pepper shakers. The other spots that were bad were cutting board and the lid of the trash can. So I guess that makes sense if you're preparing raw chicken.
Sure.
Yeah, you're constantly
When
grabbing
you cook-
spices and
So-
stuff.
touching it.
See, I'm super germophobic about everything, and so like when I cook, let's say I'm making burgers, you have to make the patty, whatever. I have my salt in like a big, like a cup thing.
Right.
I don't know what to call it. It's like a little container,
Like a salt
So
dish?
you grab it
Yeah.
with your fingers
Sprinkle
and then you
it?
spread it. But I'm super germophobic, so if I'm handling raw meat, I wash my hands, then I salt and pepper it, and I use a spatula and flip it, salt and pepper it, so I don't ever touch it again. It's not a chef way of doing things, but
Yeah.
it's the way I do it. But then I think about it, and I've always been very germophobic about touching raw meat or touching chicken or whatever. And then you grab the salt and you just salt and pepper or whatever. Then you
Right.
put it back, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, the
it's-
germs are on the salt shaker.
Then you get sick.
So you had thought about the dirtiest.
So I did, yeah. Apparently, I'm
Would
a
you have
germaphobe.
guessed salt shaker?
I wouldn't have guessed that though. I would have
It
guessed
makes
maybe
sense,
like
though.
countertop or
Yeah.
like that.
I'm
like
thinking the
kitchen
refrigerator,
handle.
the fridge door handle, because you're always grabbing it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
All these things that you learned during COVID, right? Like the
I know.
door handles
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Reality is, your phone is the dirtiest thing in your kitchen.
Right. True.
I mean,
If your phone's in the kitchen, it's
and that's what
probably
I
your phone.
I do clean my phone pretty regularly though.
I do too. I
And
clean my phone all the time.
I clean it because my kids
Yeah.
want my phone, and I let them use it every now and
Yeah.
then. And kids' hands, no
Yeah,
matter
rubber
what,
little hands.
Are you
dirty.
guys, when you guys
They're
cook,
always-
do you follow like recipes on your phone a lot? Is that something
I
that you
use
do?
it as more of a loose guide. I don't
Depends.
follow
Okay.
it to a T.
Depends on
Unless it's baking.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The measurements
Yeah,
gotta be
because
precise.
baking has to be precise. With cooking, it's a more of a guide.
Okay.
Usually, it's if I'm making like something I've never made, maybe I'll have it like, or if like that baking like pizza dough or something.
Yeah.
But once you get
Yeah.
it down, you don't need it anymore.
But do you guys, when you cook, I'm talking about food again, right?
Right.
When you guys cook, do you like figure out? I'm feeling like some mushrooms, and I'm feeling like some spinach and some steak, and then you like put something together, or do you look like those ingredients in different recipes and then put that together?
No, I usually just
Ad lib it.
Like the other day, I'm trying to eat a little healthier this year. That's one of the resolutions. And this year, I started buying organic turkey meat to sub out for pretty much every other protein. And it's like 99% lean, which you think, oh man, it's going to be like rubber once you cook it. But I've been cooking it with like fresh squash, zucchini, bell peppers, onions, stuff like that. And all that stuff has a lot of moisture in it. So it keeps the turkey really moist. And I just throw it all together in a pot.
Yeah.
And it's really good, man. You
That's
put
crazy.
some spices on it. It's
Yeah.
good.
And so we'll come back and talk about more spices and more cooking in 950 KPRC right after the break.
And welcome back to the Carbingo Show on 950 KPRC. That's how Ramon said it
You
once.
have to say it like he does.
950 KPRC.
He said it once like that with the long pause, and I liked it. So that's the one I'm going to steal from him.
All right.
And we're brought to you by Carbingo, carbingo.com, the fastest way to get a value on your car. Almost instantly,
Yeah.
but let's say as fast as you can microwave a corn dog.
Pretty much hassle-free, no haggling, no back and forth. You just get a number, you bring it to one of our centers, and you get a check. The easiest way to get rid of that car that you don't use anymore is through Carbingo.com. Check us out, Carbingo.com. You don't even have to talk to anybody. Just put the information about your car on our website, and within seconds, like Matthew said, you'll get an offer like right away. If you like that offer, either we go to your house, drop off a check, or you can drop off your car, and we'll give you a check here in one of our buying centers. Carbingo.com. Check us out.
Right. If you like that offer, you can give it a thumbs up. You can give it a thumbs down. You can give it a hang loose.
Or you can call somebody at 872-272-4646 if you want a little more, or you want to talk about that number that you got at Carbingo. You'd be surprised. They might be able to give you a little more money for that car that you're trying to sell.
Right. So I said that because apparently we're ranking hand gestures now. Everything gets ranked, right?
There has to be a top 10 of everything.
Right, exactly.
That's just how we do things.
So, if somebody tells me something that I like, let's say I walk into Carbingo, I got a car, and they give me a great value, which I know they would. I'd probably give a thumbs up. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Let's go forward. Right? It's pretty normal, right? Thumbs up. Apparently, the air guitar and the double thumbs up are the least cool thing to do in 2023.
The air guitar.
Like, yeah. Rock
Who
and
does
roll.
that?
Yeah,
still do that.
yeah, I agree with the air guitar thing. Double thumbs
Isn't
up.
that like
I
an 80s thing, the air guitar?
Probably,
90s?
yeah. So a poll of young people, it doesn't say how young, but young people, my guess is probably middle high school age, maybe college, found that the lamest hand gestures in 2023 are the air guitar and the double thumbs up, and writing a check mark in the air to tell your server that you want a bill.
Don't we know somebody that does the double thumbs up all the time?
Yes, I think we do. He's no longer here, but nah, I'm just kidding. We love you, Ramon. Get back here soon, man. We're not going to give you all the money you want, but Carbingo will, but we won't. Yeah. So apparently, I don't do the check mark for the bill. I do.
I didn't
like
know
a
it
signature.
was supposed to be a check mark. I thought
Is that what you do for the bill? Like, hey, can I get the check?
I thought they were just
Yeah.
raising their hand to get the waiter's attention.
I always
I do
signature.
the same thing
Yeah,
too.
like because you sign for your food.
Yeah.
So
See, I thought it was people
Interesting.
just raising their hands to get the waiter's attention.
it's these young
Yeah.
kids. They just do
Yeah.
their phone like this because they're gonna do Apple Pay. So they just put their phone in the air, maybe.
I put one finger up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
get his
just try.
attention.
That's what I always thought it was.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You have to do the light thumb.
Yeah, it's
Excuse me,
good.
sir. Okay, so apparently,
Not to offend.
yeah, not to offend. If you want to see old and lame, you break out that air guitar. Gen Zers. So Gen Z is what, like 22 and below?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Isn't that the Pan Flute Master? Or is that Zamfir?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
that one I don't
No,
know.
that's Zamfir.
Gen Zers are voting what's the least cool hand gesture. Apparently, they have to vote this stuff. 2,000 people between 18 and 29. That seems like older. They voted that. Let's go number 10 here. A single thumbs up is no longer cool. Apparently, well, you're not going to tell me that it's not cool.
That's not cool?
Well, now I'm just confused.
apparently not. Raising one finger
Yeah,
to
no
get
doubt.
people to stop talking is not cool.
Yeah, that's.
I mean-
that's,
Well, just
that-
getting
that's
people to
never
stop
been-
talking
that's
isn't
never
cool. It
been
doesn't matter
cool.
how
Yeah.
you do it.
A fist pump. I don't think I've ever found myself outside of a concert doing a fist pump.
COVID
Sports.
kind of.
Punching your fist into your palm to show you mean business.
I like that.
Yeah.
I guess.
And Texas probably get shot, but yeah.
Saluting, unless you're in the armed forces. So I guess saluting somebody. See, I kind of do that sometimes. The
You do?
double OK sign with both hands.
Now, let me ask you a question. When you salute like that, do you say, okay, chief?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Maybe in
That
my
kind of
head.
like goes together, like, okay, chief, and kind of like saluting.
I just say like how's it going? Like almost like tipping the hat kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm not really saluting like armed forces. Pinky up while drinking coffee, like you acting fancy. So apparently you can't be fancy anymore. I don't
That's
think that's fair.
uncool?
Apparently it's very uncool because it's number 4 on the list.
I can't understand the fist bump one because that got really
No,
normal.
not fist bump. Like talking to somebody and being like
Oh,
pumping your hand.
I was gonna say after COVID, everyone fist bumps.
No, fist
now.
bump's cool. Fist
Oh, okay.
bump's cool. Number 3, writing a check mark in the air to indicate you want the bill. Apparently 29% people think that's lame. So how else do you do it?
You yell at them.
Yeah.
no,
Like
don't do
right
that.
You know what it
Like
is?
you
They're
said.
so used to the little kiosk on the
Yeah.
table that they don't have to interact with anybody. I think that's the
I
problem.
hate
It's
the little
interaction.
kiosk. on
They
the
never.
table.
Every time
I do
I've
too.
been to a restaurant with one, they never
Or the
work.
QR codes
Yeah.
for the menu. God, that's
Yeah.
over already. Give me a menu.
Number 2, double thumbs up apparently is lame, and then number 1 is the air guitar. They said 38% said that is so cringe.
Gotta stop.
Yeah,
every
the only
time.
time I think people use the air guitar is to unironically be cringe, like
I don't.
intentionally,
Yeah.
I don't think
as a joke.
I don't think I've ever done an air guitar in my life.
I don't think I have either.
Outside of
It's like Wayne's World, right?
you know what that
That's it.
is? Yeah, I guess Wayne's World. But I think that's like an old guy thing to do. Maybe I don't know.
I'm an old guy. I've never done that before.
Nah, like old, like a 65, 70-year-old guy listening to like Led Zeppelin or something, reliving his glory days. Maybe that's why they think it's cringy.
I guess.
I don't know. I mean, but they do like Fortnite dances. So how are you not
Yeah.
cringy?
So, what's worse?
Yeah. I'll take an air guitar over a flossing
Yeah.
or a dab or whatever dumb thing that's being done nowadays. I don't even know.
I think the only thing that I talk with my hands a lot.
Right.
I don't think I do the thumbs up. I do the thumbs up.
I think everybody does thumbs
up.
It's
And
like
then
a
the check
universal
thing, like Jennifer, you said it. I think I just raised my hand.
Yeah, you just kind of raise your hand to
Yeah.
get the attention.
But I have done the little squiggly thing, like they give me the
Yeah.
check,
I
like
think
you're
it's
trying to
super
write in the
normal.
air. Yeah.
And when they look at you, if you have your hand up, if you're just throwing your hand up for a waiter, they may think you need something like food, or let's say they're across the room and then you catch their eye.
Yeah.
If you give them the little check sign,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, okay, and they grab a check and they bring it.
Or if you want their immediate attention, you can always
unless
flip
you're a
them
waiter.
off.
Two
Unless
fingers up, wait,
And then they'll do the fist pump. Okay, I'll beat
Stone
you.
Cold Steve Austin style.
All right.
Just 2 middle fingers in the air. No, I mean, I think if you have somebody across the room, let's say, the waiter's across the room, if you put your hand up, maybe they come all the way to your table. Then you ask them for a check. That's dumb.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a restaurant where they start hitting like with a fork
Hitting
their glass or something
For
I think,
attention?
Yeah, I think I've been to
gosh.
places like that. I think that's so rude.
I've
Yeah.
never even seen that before.
They do that in Mexico, I guess. I've seen it many times. and
I see it here,
think to
but it's-
myself, God, that's rude.
the only time I see it here, it's more for like weddings, like
Yeah.
really
like
like
somebody's
5-star
attention,
restaurants.
like,
Yeah.
for a
like
toast.
kiss
Yeah.
the bride or something.
That's
By
the
the
only
way, a
time I
toast
see it.
is in ancient Greek.
yeah,
right?
So I have a question. You said you brought up in Mexico that's normal. I remember one time
Not normal, but you see it more. Here you rarely see it. But
Right.
in Mexico, to catch the waiter's attention, they start hitting with a fork. They start hitting a glass.
So when I went to
Bing, bing,
Mexico,
bing, bing,
when I went to Mexico, I don't know if they were playing a practical joke on me or not. I went to Mexico once with my cousin and his wife's family, and they are Mexican. We went to a restaurant. It was kind of a nice restaurant. I was trying to get the last little bit of the food because it was really good, and I was scraped the plate kind of loud. And they told me, they're like, don't do that. It's very rude.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't doing anything louder on purpose. I was just trying to get that last little bit.
Yeah.
So I kind of scraped the plate, and they made it like, that's so disrespectful. Don't do that. Like, that's,
Well, old school etiquette, you're not supposed to eat like everything on the plate.
Right.
You're supposed to leave some on there.
But Frank, you seen me. You see me. You know I'm eating everything on
That's
that
old
plate.
school. Or like the soup where you have to like ladle it backwards
Right.
with your spoon.
So you don't make the noise.
Who does that?
Nobody. Well, a lot of people pick the bowl up and just string straight
Yeah, well,
out
that's
of it.
I mean, I don't know about that part. But yes, absolutely.
No, but like in a lot of like Asian culture, they drink straight from the bowl like that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You're my
of course,
fact
yeah, no.
checker.
Like
You're my
rice.
fact
They
checker.
put the
Don't
rice bowl-
don't look at me.
Come on, Jennifer. I thought you were
I
gonna
don't know, but-
Japanese there.
I thought you were gonna back me up on that one. Dang.
Well, I mean, you're not entirely wrong, but don't ask me for the details because I
Well,
don't know.
I've
from
seen like
videos
like
that
the
I've
rice bowls. They put it like directly on their mouth, and then they like scoop rice
Yeah.
Right.
with their chopsticks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something. That's definitely
10 times
not.
easier.
Yeah, everything is always like its own bowl.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Everything is
Yeah.
always like its own
Right.
separate bowl.
Like I love pho. I love
Yeah.
to have pho. And I've seen when I've gone to the restaurants, you see these older guys. Maybe it's because they're older. I don't know. I've seen sometimes where they pick up the bowl and they just drink straight out of the bowl. I don't know if that's the right way to do
Yeah.
it. But they always give you that little spoon.
Yeah, they give you a
Yeah.
spoon and some chopsticks.
It's so good, dude.
It's
one
very
of my
messy.
pho.
Well, when you eat it with chopsticks,
Oh yeah, I guess
that's
a
what
little
the
bit.
and
spoon they
get in
give
the
you is
noodles.
for.
Yeah,
You have to drink the broth with.
that's all over the place for me.
Yeah.
I cannot eat pho without like hanging on my shirt.
Really?
No.
You need a bib for Frank.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's okay.
They'll
It's all
actually
right,
give you a
Frank.
bib in the like Vietnamese. Those Vietnamese like crawfish places still give you a bib and gloves.
I don't think I've ever been offered one.
you guys you guys like crawfish at all?
I do not.
I can't do shellfish.
Well,
I'm not a.
we need Ramon.
You would
Ramon,
thi-
where are you, man?
Yeah, Ramon, we're gonna get some
I'm
crawfish.
allergic to shellfish.
Yeah, so a lot of people like the Vietnamese way of preparing them, and like they do like spicy garlic, and they use a lot of different ingredients. Well,
It sounds good.
They do the same thing in the Louisiana style, but Louisiana style is like one type of crawfish, which is very good too.
Yeah.
But the Vietnamese is almost like master. They do a lot of different things with them that I prefer the Vietnamese way of doing.
You like a lot of Asian food.
I
You're
love
big
I
on
love
Asian
food
stuff. Yeah.
in general, but I do love
Yeah.
Asian.
Have y'all
Asian
ever
food
been
as
to
well.
that ramen bar down here on
No.
University?
No, never.
It's a Jinya. It's like it's a bar, but it's also like a ramen place.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it was
Good?
like really nice, authentic ramen.
Oh, cool.
That sounds. I mean, it sounds good. I've tried ramen and I've tried pho, and I'm way more of a pho guy.
I like ramen.
But, yeah. We'll debate it on the break. We'll be back. 9:50 KPRC.
And welcome back to the Carbingo Show on 950 KPRC.
I am
How's
Matthew.
that? Does that sound pretty good?
This is Frank who just did that intro. It sounded really good. I don't know. It may have sounded better than Ramon.
No,
I don't know.
Ramon's got competition.
So I'm going to say something a little weird there that I found in the facts too that I just couldn't wait to share this with you guys. That the national animal in Scotland.
Oh, I know this one. Isn't it a unicorn?
dragon.
It's the unicorn.
Yeah, the unicorn.
Oh, I wish it was a dragon.
Isn't that cool? The unicorn.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I just
No,
wanted
the
to
Welsh
share
flag has a dragon.
Does it? Mm-hmm. Man, Jennifer's very cultured.
Yes.
She knows way more about stuff.
that. Indeed.
I just like mythology
That's cool.
and all that kind of folklore stuff.
I got my kids. My kids got themselves big time into dinosaur stuff. They love dinosaurs. But we started showing them How to Train Your Dragon. I love
What
that
a
movie.
great movie.
That is a great series of movies.
And there's a whole
absolutely.
there's like 3 movies, and then there's like 10 shows of it.
Ah.
So we found on all the streaming platforms have different ones, but they love it. They think they're dinosaurs, but we've been saying no, it's dragon. But I mean, it's a dinosaur with wings, so it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they love to watch. There's one that's like racing and stuff, and I was like, okay, I can watch this with my kids. This is way better than some of the other stuff I got to sit through.
Oh, yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of the kid movies that are nowadays are just
Man, they're so
I
bad.
started to watch Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Everyone
is
is-
good.
I've heard everybody told me it was really good, so I just started.
Well, he's
watching
awesome.
it, and then I fell asleep, so I'm gonna just finish watching it today.
He's an awesome director.
Oh, he's fantastic.
His stuff is
yeah.
really good. Yeah, it's really good.
For sure.
Okay, so we're gonna jump into some current events. I do
Nice.
have some.
Let's
I was
go.
I would have had more, but it's been a little bit of a slow week in the current events section here. But one cool thing, Miss Universe was crowned recently, and she's a Houston native. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
That's
She was
really
from
cool.
Houston. She's her name is, it's hard to pronounce it. I guess it's Arboni. It's literally R''Bonney. Arboni.
You're showing me that as if I was about to read. If I can read that. Remember, I'm old, buddy, and I'm wearing glasses, but I still can't read that.
Her name is Arboni. She was crowned. This is cool. She was crowned Miss Universe this past week, making history. She was the first Miss USA to win in the last 10 years, but she was also the first ever Filipina American to win.
Very cool.
So she won. She was super excited. It was really cool.
Of course.
It was
that's
very cool.
awesome, man.
It was, and she's from Houston, so that's extra cool. She did like a NASA, and they had to do like a costume section, I guess. I started looking at it, and she did like a first woman on the moon costume.
Huh.
It was ridiculous, the outfit. It was like she had literally like a giant moon behind her, like on a strap thing onto her back, and she had a flag and like fireworks and stuff. It was crazy looking.
Right.
But that's
Good enough to win.
Yeah, good enough to win apparently. Yeah. You like horror movies and stuff, right?
I love
You're
horror
into
movies,
it. Okay.
yes.
So a real life Michael Myers made an appearance this past Friday the 13th. But Michael Myers is not from Friday the 13th. That's Jason. But it was kind of a funny coincidence that this past Friday in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in a Guitar Center, a man named Michael Myers, his name is Michael Myers, he got wrestled down, choked, and then thrown out of the store because he was being belligerently drunk and threatening other customers. And super drunk, they kept telling him to leave. Kept telling him, get out of here, dude. Like, you're freaking everybody out. Everybody's just trying to chill, listen to some music, play a guitar.
Was he doing the air guitar gesture?
Maybe that's what it
He
was.
was doing the air
Got
guitar.
He was air
Got thrown
guitar. Yeah. He got thrown out for being cringe. No, so apparently he was super drunk. He was threatening customers. I don't know what was said, but he was threatening them. He was already in trouble. They were already looking for him. And an employee from Guitar Center tackled him down,
Wow.
choked him, didn't choke him out, but like was choking him, and then literally grabbed him and by like the belt of his pants and dragged him outside.
I saw that video.
Good
And
lord.
threw
I
him out the
love I
door.
love the end of it. It's just they just tossed his shoe.
Yeah, literally
Just-
just threw him out the door like when you get bounced from a club or something. It was crazy.
Let's just call the cops.
I guess he was being he was when the video starts. He's holding a guitar trying to smash it.
Oh well, yeah.
So they're
defending themselves.
Yeah, so they're defending themselves at that point. But I thought, man, good on those dudes for just taking the trash out, basically.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So, another cool news: Chevrolet gave itself an electric birthday gift this year on their 70th birthday.
It's amazing too.
The Chevrolet Corvette E-Ray was announced and debuted. Very cool, super cool looking design. Obviously, it's a C8 look, but kind of got it has a little bit of little changes here and there that you can kind of see, and it's kind of like the front end engine is back a little bit, sort of, because the electric.
It's got two engines. It's got an electric and a gas powered engine.
So it's hybrid then.
It's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid.
But it does a quarter mile in like 10.5 seconds out of the box.
Ridiculous.
2.5 seconds 0 to 60. The thing is like a rocket.
And
as if the regular Corvette wasn't fast enough, right?
It's faster than the Z06.
Yeah, that thing is just flies.
It's crazy fast, man.
Yep.
And
it's cool looking as hell too.
Yes, and it says it's got an advanced electric propulsion system. It's got a 6.2 liter LT2 small block V8 engine. That's fast. 0 to 60 in 2.5. And then I couldn't help myself. I had to look up the Tesla Roadster after that to see, because that's the other kind of the same.
Yeah.
The Tesla Roadster 0 to 60 in 1.9.
Yeah, the Plaid or whatever. That's
Like,
the
you got to get like the ludicrous package, which is I think it's like almost $200,000 or something like that.
It feels like a roller coaster when you drive.
And the price on this one, if you want it's like starts at like 105.
Right.
Not that bad.
No, it's reasonable for what it is. Correct.
It's not that
That's
bad
a lot
at
of
all.
car for 105.
Yeah, it's really cool.
A lot of performance.
It's kind of heavy too. It's like a big, heavy body style. I don't know if it's heavy in comparison, but I was reading the thing, like facts about it, and it was saying that it was like
it's heavier than regular.
heavier than like another, but it's got a real engine in it, so
Right.
naturally it's going to be heavier than just a electric battery with wheels.
Yeah, I'm sure the waiting list on those is going to be crazy. That's
Do you
for sure.
do you think if somebody bought one of those and then tried to sell it to Carbingo would buy it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'd buy anything,
Right.
but that's so new. I don't think. I mean,
It would buy. Maybe it's just a rich
it's
guy
going
who
to be
wants
a
to
long
see.
time.
He's bored.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say a rich guy wants to buy that car right now. He wants it right before it's he wants it new.
Right.
He has an old Corvette. He wants to sell it. You guys are buying that Corvette,
Of
right?
course. Yeah, you can put that old Corvette on Carbingo.com and we'll give him a number right away. It's a matter of fact, if he wants to buy from Classic Chevrolet, either Sugarland or Highway 6, he's going to get tax credits for that car that he sells at Carbingo.
Very cool.
So he's got a full year basically to take advantage of it and get those tax credits on a trade-in if he buys a car through Carbingo. So it's extra money basically. So if you're thinking of buying a car but you're not sure, not quite yet, sell your car to Carbingo and then you have some time to go ahead and buy your car at Classic Chevy Sugarland or Classic Chevy Highway 6, and you're going to get those tax savings there as well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
that's a win all the way around.
Absolutely. It's extra savings for you.
That's very
You're
cool.
paying less money, including that super duper hybrid Corvette.
Yeah. With the photos that they released, there's a blue one, the blue, like that electric blue that they always put, like the same color I think as the truck when they debuted the truck.
Yep.
When does the truck come out? The EV Silverado.
They've been telling us that we have deposits on them already, but
Man, that thing's nice.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
It's so cool looking.
It's very cool looking.
I saw a electric Ford the other day, the F-150.
The Lightning or whatnot. Have you seen the Hummer in the street?
Yes.
That's a cool looking
one's
vehicle
nice, too.
Very interesting.
The Ford one though, in pictures it looked cool, but in the street it kind of looked like
a regular Ford?
like a regular truck. Yeah, it didn't look that much different.
Right.
The Silverado looks like
It looks like a different vehicle completely.
It looks super like futuristic.
Yeah, you see them more and more. Nowadays, more and more you're seeing these electric cars out there, and there's different brands, different off-brand cars. So that is basically, obviously, the wave of the future. So you're going to see a lot of those.
Well, going forward, we're definitely gonna get a Corvette at some point so we can test drive it or something. We'll take Ramon out. We'll bring him back. We'll use that as an incentive to bring Ramon back.
For all your Corvette needs, by the way, there are a couple of guys at Classic Chevy Sugarland and at Highway 6 that are Corvette experts and pros. If you want to know any detail about it, you can call us. 281-491-9000 is the Classic Chevy Sugarland phone number, and we'll be more than happy to put you in contact with one of our Corvette specialists. And those guys know pretty much what the oil tastes like on a Corvette. they're pretty savvy when it comes to Corvette ordering.
They fry their corn dogs in Corvette oil.
Pretty much, they live Corvettes.
Well, that has been the Carbingo Show. My name is Matthew. This has been Frank and Jennifer. No Ramon, but we will see you next week, and have a good one. 950 KPRC.